Welcome back, everyone, to Lunchtime Politics. Now, here are some of your stories in brief. We begin with the All Progressives Congress in Cross River State. They have rejected the result of the National Assembly and Governorship State House of Assembly elections conducted in the state, as the party claims that the inalienable right of the people to vote and be voted for was violated. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, the National Vice Chairman, South of the party, Mr. Etufam Eta, says the National Assembly and Governorship State Assembly elections organized by INEC in Cross River State on February the 23rd and March the 9th, 2019 were marred by several irregularities. The Lagos State Governor-elect, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, met with President Buhari at the Villa. They spoke in ways his administration, if won, will tackle the problem of building collapse in the state. Mr. Sanwo-Olu was accompanied by the Deputy Governor-elect, and they spoke to correspondents shortly after the meeting. The Nigerians have been assured that President Muhammadu Buhari will choose credible, dedicated and non-corrupt people as ministers in order to ensure that his campaign promises are fulfilled and met during his second coming. A political organization known as the Buhari Support Organization stated this at a press conference in Ilorin to mark the victory of the APC at the polls. Spokesperson of the group noted that as leader of the party, he knows those who possess the qualities needed to fight to make sure that the fight against corruption is won. Well, let's get back to our guest who's been holding on via Skype, Rotimi Oyekami, Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman. So we would like to ask, going forward ahead of Saturday, what other preparations are in place for INEC? And many people are also wondering what will happen at the Imo West Senatorial District. Will elections hold on Saturday?
Thank you very much. With regard to the elections, this is what we do. We are preparing. We've done some trainings. The materials have been put in place. The exercise will hold as planned. Refresher courses, of course, have been undertaken. Bearing any unforeseen circumstances, I think that we are good to go. Concerning Imo West, you know, we made a statement that we are not going to reward bad behavior. Our coalition officers were kidnapped and forced to declare result at gunpoint. And because of that, we say we are not going to issue certificate of return to that particular candidate. But the commission will now decide what to do, because we cannot hold that place bare for a long time. But that decision has to be taken, and it will be communicated to the public when it is taken.
Okay, so we don't know what will happen on Saturday, until Saturday, for Imo West.
No, I don't think Imo West will be part of what will happen on Saturday. I don't think so. The commission has to decide what will happen in the case of Imo West. That's what I said. All
right, we'd like to thank you, Mr. Rotimi Oyekami, Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, for joining us on the program. Well, the Coalition Against Kaju Killings are protesting the killing of their people at this is a protest ongoing at the Unity Fountain in Abuja. And we hear that the protest is convened by Father Williams Abba of the Kafanchan Diocese. As you can see there, they're gathered there in Abuja. Well, we hear the people are saying the governor's statements on the killings is causing reprisal attacks. And this is coming from the Fulani in the area. Let's talk to our correspondent who is covering that protest, Kayla Megwa. Kayla Megwa is covering that particular protest at the Unity Fountain in Abuja. Kayla, what more do we know as regards to the protest?
Unity Fountain here in Abuja, and you see everyone dressed in black around me. They are protesting the killings in Kaju local government area of Kaduna State. The figures have been astounding. 4 killings, 2 in February and 2 this March. And of course, the death toll keeps rising and rising. According to the officials that we spoke to here, the killings on the part of the Kaju people is up to 117 in just 1 month. And they're also asking for a lot of things. They're asking for fair treatment of the story. They're actually accusing the Kaduna State governor of being partisan in his reportage, saying that every time he reports that a number of Fulanis have been killed in Kaju local government area, that reprisal killings take place afterwards. And they're also saying that they want the release of their leaders who have been incarcerated by the Kaduna State government, according to them. They said the governor put those leaders in jail for inciting the people against the Fulani's votes. However, they're saying, how is it possible that their leaders are in jail and more killings are taking place? And they're, using words like genocide. They're accusing the Kaduna State government of not handling this particular crisis properly. Now, there have been death tolls on both sides of the situation. The governor of Kaduna State had said 66 Fulani were killed, raised the number up to 130. But they're saying this is all happening in the space of 1 month. And on their side, the Kajuru people, 117 people dead so far. We spoke to a few of their leaders here earlier today, and the daughter of one of the incarcerated leaders, and she says her father has been in jail for a while now, and there has been nothing done about his release. None of them have been charged to any court yet, and they're asking for fair treatment and calling on well-meaning Nigerians as well as lawmakers to do something about the situation. It's been a very sober event here, and of course, Southern Kaduna leaders are making a speech right behind me there, but basically that is what they are crying for.
Kayla McGrath, many thanks for the latest there from the Unity Fountain. That protest ongoing in Abuja. Well, News Just In says the Senate has approved and passed the 30,000 Naira minimum wage bill after considering the report of the ad hoc committee on the national minimum wage presented by Senator Francis Alimi-Kenna. While speaking on the passage of the bill, the President of the Senate, Dr. Bukola Saraki, commends Nigerian workers and the leadership of the Labour Union for persisting with the call for an increase in minimum wage. He's also asking President Buhari to begin the implementation of the new minimum wage immediately. Well, ahead of the supplementary election, security has been a thorny issue, even in past elections, March 9th and February the 23rd. Let's go over to Abuja studios, where a security expert has the latest. He would perhaps shed more light with regards to preparations by security agencies. We'd like to welcome Kabiru Adamu. Thank you so much for joining us on the program, albeit we don't have a lot of time, but I know we've spoken about this, very important as with regards to what our security agencies did in the past elections, but we have a supplementary election coming up. What do you expect our security agencies need to do to give people, to enable people to come out and vote?
Well, give people the confidence that they are on top of the situation. Unfortunately, what we're hearing at the moment is not very inspiring. The 6th Division in Rivers State released a report where it more or less criticized INEC and the police for not being in conformity with what it thinks it did on March 9th. So that kind of, disjointed, discoordinated approach to security management by the security agencies does not inspire people. It doesn't give people the confidence to come out. So I'm hoping that ahead of the supplementary elections on Saturday, March 23rd, we will see more coordinated effort, especially by the police, who is the lead agency in the election security management functions.
Some people are saying maybe we should have the president come out and also reassure Nigerians on the process. Do you think this would be significant in any way?
Unfortunately, I'm not of the school of thought that think the president should take responsibility for everything. Clearly, the responsibility for election security management is in the hands of INEC. So if anyone should come out and make a speech, it should be the chairman of INEC. He has the Interagency Consultative Committee on Electoral Security, which has the responsibility for election security management. So under that ambit, he should come out, the chairman of INEC should come out and speak to Nigerians and tell Nigerians these are the arrangements. I'll give you an example. I just came out of a meeting 30 minutes ago, and we don't know what restrictions there will be in the states where there will be by-elections, Kano, Sokoto, Benue, Plateau, and the others. By now, INEC should have come out and released statements telling Nigerians what kind of restrictions, if at all there will be any, in those states. So that's the kind of messages I expect to hear from INEC, either directly, the chairman, or through his director of security, if he has one, or even the press secretary that you just spoke with a couple of minutes ago.
All right, Mr. Kabiru Adamu, always a pleasure having you on the program Lunchtime Politics, and that's how we wrap up the show today. Many thanks for watching. You've been served. I'm Millicent Walker. Have a lovely day.
That brings you events from different states.